by continual pressure over and over and over again. Consistently. You got to be consistent.
Consistency is having a goal, and when you wake up that day and you don't feel like it, you still do what you told yourself you was going to do.
There's no easy way to the top. If you want to win in this life, you got to do what you're supposed to and a little bit more, and you can't ever stop in the finish line. You know what you got to do to hit a golf ball like me? You got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You go down, you hit 1,000 golf balls. You hit so many golf balls that your hand starts bleeding. Then you run up to the clubhouse, you wash that blood off, and you go down, you hit another 1,000 golf balls. Yeah, you'd love to hit a golf ball like me if it was easy. Well, nothing good comes easy.
It's you. You're going to determine the outcome of your life. You're going to determine whether or not your life is exciting or whether or not it's boring. Right then, right now. Don't give in. Don't be like everybody else. Don't give up. Don't settle because things are hard.
You have to live your life with the expectation that great things are coming your way. You have to expect it.
You cannot let your impulses govern and rule your life.
So if you're at a place in your life and you ain't happy with it, you have to change some things. But you have to make a conscientious decision that you're going to change. And it's not dependent on anybody else. It don't matter what your mama think. It don't matter what your children think. It don't matter. They have nothing to do with it. This decision is yours and yours alone.
A lot of people never try anything differently because they have been convinced by people in their lives that they can't do it. They're living within the context of the opinions that other people have of them, the low expectations. Many people doubt themselves because when they thought about doing something at some critical point in their lives, somebody they respected and honored, someone they trusted said, "You can't do that." And they accepted that.
People want to find peace immediately. You're going to find peace from going to war with yourself.
Make a declaration to yourself. Declare all out war that you're going to get out of this rut.
People's opinion of you is none of your business, nor should you make it yours.
We are in control of our mind. We believe it's the other way around. No, we put in our minds what we should do. We have to reprogram it and tell us, no, we're good. This sucks, but it's okay.
You actually have a say-so in how your life goes. You have a determining voice into where your life can go.
There are moments that try the human soul so violently and so perplexing that if the truth were told, all of us have had moments that we wanted to throw up our hands and walk away.
You don't have as many opportunities in life to take that gamble and allow life to play you. You must play life.
Now, will it be turbulent? Yes. Will it be easy? No. Will you have some opposition? Yes. Will I make a lot of mistakes? Yes. Will I get hurt? Yes. But guess what? There's no gain without pain.
How do you stand the race, Les, when you lost your money, lost your car, had no place to stay, sleeping at people's houses, on their floor, on their couch? How do you handle the times when you were borrowing money and couldn't pay it back? You felt humiliated when people you love who didn't believe in you told you you ain't nothing. How do you keep on coming back again and again? Or you've lost your business or lost your job or lost your home and you've been completely devastated. How do you come back?
People put out goals, dreams, and aspirations and what they want to accomplish, but you very rarely hear people say what they're willing to sacrifice in order to make it happen. They'll tell you the goal, the dream, the aspiration. They'll tell you they want to be elite. They'll tell you they want to be great, but they're not going to say, I'm going to stop going out on Friday night.
Most people are not living their dreams because of fear, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. That one was good.
Fear is the most subtle.
Come on. That one was good. I need to hold on. I need to turn on a closed captions on that one right there. Oh man. Just if you guys want to see, hold on. I will show you. Motor University is what I use right here.
They'll tell you they want to. They'll tell you the goal, the dream, to say what they're an aspiration.
They devastated. How do you come
right here?
back?
People put out goals, dreams, and aspirations and what they want to accomplish, but you very rarely hear people say what they're willing to sacrifice in order to make it happen. They'll tell you the goal, the dream, the aspiration. They'll tell you they want to be elite. They'll tell you they want to be great, but they're not going to say, I'm going to stop going out on Friday night.
Most people are not living the
Exactly. They're not going to tell you. They'll tell, I want to be financially free. I want to be financially independent. I want to be my own self-owned business owner. I want to be this, and I'm going to be that, and I'm going to do all this stuff. So what you going to give up? What are you going to give up? Oh, this morning they were talking. Good morning, friends, families, viewers, audience. I have to first off say thank you guys so much for all of the support lately. We have been growing massively, and I want to show you guys again. I want to show you guys this because this means a lot to me. This is our YouTube channel right here. We've gained over 15 subscribers, I think, and since the beginning of this week. And look at these views. Look at these views for the videos. I am extremely impressed, and I thank you guys. 12 views here, 131, almost 1,000 views on the mortgage payment ones, 68 views as well. I am like crazy excited. I really appreciate it. The podcasts have been doing well as well for the views, 8, 4, 5, and 14. For a live podcast, that's just starting off. That's awesome. That is amazing. So thank you guys for all of the love and the support that you guys have been providing. It means so much because, again, like I say, this kind of information, the blueprint to success is not easy. And I think so many people out there are not providing the right details, accurate information, or they're just doing things to make themselves look much better. Right? That's not what it's about. It's about vulnerability in your story that helps other people, not just always being the hero to your story. And so because of that, that's why I want to be able to share the principles that from the books that I'm reading, from the experience that I'm having while I'm building my own business and becoming an entrepreneur and finding my financial freedom and my financial happiness and things like that. So thank you guys for all the support lately. It definitely means a lot. I am very appreciative of it. I hope you guys are doing well. I got my donut mug today because I needed something sweet again. I needed something sweet. I had some issues this past evening, last night with my PC. So I am hoping to the technology gods that my PC does not crash on me mid podcast today. So hopefully it does not. We are going to move along as if it won't, but I am excited about today's episode because today's episode first off, Fridays we talk about ownership of your business. And because I'm just starting off on this podcast series, I want to make sure the very first thing I talk about when it comes to business ownership is obviously 1099 income, what that means. I have a list of questions that are typically asked about 1099 income. So that way you guys can be a little bit more understanding and aware of what it feels like, what it's like. And then also some pieces to business ownership that are really beneficial when it comes to having 1099 income. And then also, why is it such a challenge to just be a business owner in general and to start it off? All right, so we're going to talk about those 3 things today in good detail. And so with that, if you enjoy this kind of content where I'm giving you the actual blueprint to success, to wealth building, to financial management, the blueprint to success for business ownership, entrepreneurship, whatever the case is, I encourage you guys to like this video, share with your friends and family, share with your coworkers, with those people who are always talking about that they want to become a business owner, self-employed, things like that. Because a lot of the questions in this stuff is going to be very practical to a lot of those people that do want to become an entrepreneur or self-made or have that financial freedom, that time independence. All right. All right. Today's gonna be a good day. I mean, I bought this mug, I think last week. I was not expecting it at all. I was just at Walmart and I was looking for another coffee mug because I love coffee mugs. I mean, you guys see it every day. I'm trying to have different coffee mugs, but sometimes I have my favorite ones. And then also sometimes I just wash out the new one, the one I just used and just restarted. But this one is probably quickly becoming my favorite one. I had a Superman coffee mug a few years ago, and not even a few years ago. It's like 7-8 months ago. And unfortunately, like in the Superman coffee mug was the coolest. I want to see if maybe I can find it. This Superman coffee mug. I think I got it from Six Flags. Oh, right here. There it is, right there. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys to see. There we go. I gotta show you guys. And if you are listening from Spotify, benefits of coming on over to the YouTube channel to watch. But you can also watch it later on. Also, hello Spotify guys. Yeah, this coffee mug was like this big. And it's that you can feel it. It's like ribbed or whatever it's called. But it was huge. And this was the other side of it. I bought it and it was my favorite coffee mug in the world. I love Superman. I love superheroes altogether, but that one right there, that was an amazing coffee mug. That was an amazing coffee mug. And so I really appreciated having it, but whenever I moved, it shattered. It shattered. And my heart broke. I was like, of all the coffee mugs, I got so many of them. My little heart broke. So, yeah. Okay. So, I want to talk about first the benefits of having 1099 income. Because there's a lot of people who are terrified about 1099 income. And then after I talk about the benefits, we'll talk about some frequently asked questions, some common concerns as well about it. And then we also talk about some challenges to just being a business owner altogether. All right. And so just to kind of get into it, I came up with another list. I love lists, right? I think the reason why I make so many lists and type them all down is just because lists make things practical. They make things practical. It gives you terms to be able to easily use so that way you remember it all the time. Right? Instead of just spew out, giving a bunch of information about whatever the case is, I'd rather give you good information. So today's list, I got 20 benefits to having 1099 income. There's tons and tons of benefits to having 1099 income. There's a lot of them, at least. Okay. Now I want to be very, very clear with you guys. Right? In today's society, having salary or wage income, it's phenomenal because it's something that's predictable. But how long is it predictable? Not that long, right? A lot of times, just like Tesla, I talked about it earlier this week. Tesla laid off thousands of employees last week, thousands, and executives in the company. They laid them off. So nobody's 1099 or nobody's salary income or their wage income is safe. But it's predictable for the moment. And so because of that, it is great to start having 1099 income as a part-time or passive, something that is extra or supplemental to your full-time income. I want to make that very clear, because a lot of times people want to go and become their own business owner, but they don't have a foundation already. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to take time to build your business, to build your self-employment status. It's going to take time to build those things. You're not, I mean, depending on the business that you have, depending on 1099 income that you have, it might be very relatively quick, depending on, you know, your skills and all the rest of those things. But for the average person who's never been a business owner, who's looking to have that time freedom, that financial freedom in the future, having or supplementing your full-time income with your 1099 income is awesome. Awesome, because you have a great foundation. So maintain your full-time job, your part-time jobs, or whatever else it is. While you have that, start to build a little base, a little benefit, not little benefit base. Start to build a supplement benefit base. Fixed index annuities, I'm crazy. Start to build your supplemental income on the side with that 1099 income. All right, so 20 reasons, 20 benefits of 1099 income, which allows you to be able to have freedom, flexibility, and total financial control over your life. All right, let's go. Number one, I think probably one of my favorite things about having 1099 income, and you can have 1099 income in many ways, right? I have my own business, so I'm 1099 income there where I'm independently contracted, and it's my business, right? I'm on YouTube, so the money that I make from YouTube and Twitch from streaming, that's 1099 income as well. Then also, I get 1099 income for like my retirement checks and things like that. But that's a slightly different. That's not self-employed income, right? But we're talking about the self-employed 1099 income. All right, you get flexibility. You can be able to create your own ideal work-life balance, which is one of the best benefits, because as an independent contractor, you have the total freedom to set your own calendar, set your own schedule. You can figure out how much you want to work versus how much you want to, commit to your personal life. Specifically last night, I met with my team, right, with my company, and I showed them how to make their calendar their boss, right? Because in I don't have employees in my team. They're all independently contracted as well, but I mentor them all as business owners. And so I bring them all in and I say, look, in a place where you don't have a boss, your calendar needs to be your boss. Whether it comes to the appointments and the meetings and the business side, or even spending full quality time with your friends, family, or whomever. And I think that's another thing too, is that because you don't have your own 1099 income with your own flexibility, it sucks because you can't really spend that full quality time unless you really schedule it. And so I really love it, because if you prefer to work early mornings, you can work early in the morning. Like me, I love being able to do my own podcast and do my own streams and edit my videos and work with who I want. And so I have that flexibility. I can take extended weekends if I want to. I can take, literally the choice is mine. So when it comes to 1099 income, probably one of the strongest benefits of it is flexibility. All right. Number two, you get higher earning potential, because 1099 income, typically you have the ability to be able to negotiate your rates with your clients. Maybe you get to work with different types of clients, depending on the business that you have. Maybe you own a kiosk at a mall, right? You might be able to continue to scale your business up, make it bigger, make it larger, go from a kiosk to an entire store in the mall, and so on and so forth. Like traditional employment, your salaries are fixed, right? But with that 1099 income, you have the opportunity to be able to get higher rates, or make more money, or make much more sales. If you want to make more money, you go make more sales. In my industry, for instance, where we're helping families and they don't pay us, if I want to make more money, I need to go help more families. And so it's great, because a lot of times your 1099 income, depending on how it goes, can truly be uncapped. So you have the ability to make much more money. And I'm talking like dollar over dollar. Some of the greatest industries out there, finance, real estate, insurance, investments, stocks. You've got, I mean, there's so many different ones out there where you could even just have like a little, some sort of way where there's real estate. Real estate's great with it, where you can just get your real estate license and refer clients that you know who need a house over to a real estate agent who actually does the business, who actually does real estate. And you can, they typically will split commissions with that person who referred them. And that you can do that often enough and make really good income. Right. And so you have the ability to get paid based on your skills, your experience, what you want. You can also work simultaneously with multiple different families, multiple different clients, multiple different companies or businesses, or however you're contracted out. You know, you can increase your income streams in many different ways, diversify your earnings. I mean, all these different things. And it's great. So higher earning potential is fantastic when it comes to a benefit for having 1099 income. Number 3, the tax deductions are amazing. There are so many tax deductions. Let's say, for instance, you have your vehicle that you happen to use for business. Here's an example of one tax deduction you can get with from your vehicle expenses. So let's say in 1 year you drive, we'll say 20,000 miles. Well, we'll say 50,000 miles. Okay, in 1 year you drive 50,000 miles. Let's say that 60%, there we go. 60% of those miles come from driving for business and for work. So 30,000 miles came from driving business and work, whatever you need to do. All right, whatever it is that needs to contribute to your business. That means that you can deduct 60% of your vehicle expenses. I'm talking the sales tax or the property tax. I'm talking your car insurance, maintenance. What else do you have off the top of my head? Gas even, right? You can deduct 60%. If your insurance payments for the entire year is $2,000, you can deduct 60% of that. 60% of it is like 125, 130-ish somewhere. I mean, let me look. 200 times 0.6. I don't know, 2,000. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so $1,200. You can deduct $1,200 on your taxes from your taxable income, meaning that you can significantly reduce your taxable income so you get taxed less and keep much more, right? You got home office expenses, equipment purchases, travel expenses, even professional development, especially while you are learning your business, right? While you're learning whatever these skills are for your business, you go out and get professional development skills. You go to different things for your continued education credits, because some businesses, some industries, you need to get certifications and licenses, right? You can deduct those costs as well. I mean, it's so great because you do need more of those earnings for your business, right? Number 4, you get the chance to have a variety of different work opportunities. Just because you have 1099 income, you have the chance to have any wide range of different projects and things across different types of industries and sectors all over, right? You get so much different of a work life experience because you get the chance to have like different interesting moments. There's a lot of people out there who kind of job hop, right? From McDonald's to this place, to that place, doing all these different things, working for someone else. But why not get a 1099 income, become an independent contractor? And now you have the ability you don't even have to stay in one industry. You can just jump around from multiple different industries, being your own business owner, building and expanding your skill sets, getting really good experiences. It's so cool. You can, okay, let's say you're a writer. You can be a writer, a consultant, like one of those trades people, like I don't know, like the blacksmith. I don't know, blacksmiths are right. You could be a designer. You could live, like, there's so many opportunities for you. And it really allows you to be able to start to challenge yourself that like traditional employment can't really offer. And you get to have really good fun doing it. Number 5, independence. You are your own boss. That's obviously another huge piece of why most people would like to be their own business owner, because they want to be their own boss. They're tired of having somebody else make the decisions about them, right? You get the chance, you get the choice to have your own freedom to make decisions about you, your business, set your own rules, literally chart out everything for yourself. It's like I tell people all the time, your boss dictates where your children go to school. Your boss dictates where your children go to school. Why? Well, think about it this way. How easy is it for you to just leave your current job and go somewhere else? Probably not that easy, especially if you've made a living because of that current job, right? They're not going to pay you anymore. If they pay you anymore, it might be like a 3% raise like for the year, right? And so because of that, the amount of income that you make will also depend or allow you to live in the house that you live in the community that you live in, with the neighbors that you have, with the type of vehicle, and also the type of school and the school that they go to. Now, obviously, if you had uncapped income and your income was much, much, much higher, you can choose and you can pick and choose what state, what country, what city, what town, what school your kids go to, all that stuff. But your boss dictates it. And if you're your own boss, you dictate it. All right. Number 6, your work-life balance matters a lot here because you get to have your own unique needs and priorities. All right. If you want more time with your family and friends, you can do that. If you want to pursue your own passions like me, you can do that. If you just want to live a really nice, simple, relaxed lifestyle, you can do that as well. You can be able to figure out whatever harmony of life between your personal and your professional life because of 1099 income. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when they first get started and looking to become their own business owner. It feels like they're like, okay, I want my own independence. Then they become a business owner. And it's fine because like they start working, but the instance that they start to feel a little bit of that freedom and a little bit of that, like, oh, I can kind of relax. I don't have a boss. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. The balance isn't there. It goes all the way to just fully relaxed lifestyle, not doing anything, and then their business doesn't grow because they're not investing their time into their business. They're not investing their time into themselves to build and develop their skills. So make sure you learn how to do that, right? Number 7, you can continuously develop your skills. You have the opportunity to go and develop new skills and work on different types of things, work on different types of projects, work with different types of clients, or even companies that you might work with, right? Different types of industries. And that's just really cool because there's so much competition in the marketplace overall for jobs, for products, for services. And you really get the chance to go out there and learn so much more about anything, right? And for me, I think one of the biggest things when it comes to business ownership for me is that I need to be able to have somewhere that I can work where I get personal fulfillment. And I'm always self-improving. That's what I need. That's what I need. And so because of that, I can go and find those different careers, those different industries that allows me to do that, where I'm getting fully self-fulfilled growth. Number 8, networking. I really love the networking piece of 1099 income because the people who have 1099 income, who work for themselves to build their income, typically they are people that I would prefer to be around, right? Because they have a different kind of mindset and one that matches where I'm trying to go. And so being able to have 1099 income allows me to be able to, do much more networking. I get to go to different events, get to meet so many different people. I've expanded my contact list so much. I have different business opportunities and partnerships from all these different places. And There's these other experienced individuals who also have 1099 income that I can learn and become a mentor for them. It's just speaking of becoming a mentor or mentorship. Number 9 is your career growth. You get the chance to grow so much and shape the path for your career however you like, based on your aspirations and your current goals. Right? You can choose to specialize in I don't know, let's say financial management. Right? You can choose to specialize in financial management, diversify your skill sets across that, go and find mentorship, take on these professional goals, and level up with people that you can connect with, right? Which is awesome. It's very difficult to do that within your own employment, within your own salaried employment. It's very challenging because a lot of people, they find it very, very monotonous just to go to work. So they're not looking to go in and say, oh, this is going to be my career. They're not expecting them to be there until they retire. And most salaried careers and wage careers, they're not. And if they are, they're probably not saving substantially because of it. All right, so there's that. Number 10, you've got job security. I've talked about it a good bit with Tesla laying off thousands of employees, including executives. And I promise you, it's not because they're losing money. I promise you, it's not because they're losing money, right? You have job security with it because you create your own income, and you can have multiple income streams from having different 1099 income. And so you're able to diversify your source of income, reducing relying on one single employer or one single client, one customer. You can be able to diversify it. When COVID happened, self-owned businesses, a lot of them did go down. However, if they were already self-owned business owners, they could have been diversifying across, right? You have the ability to be able to grow in whichever ways you like to grow when it comes to that. And the best piece is the more flexible you are to be able to change and adapt to the current market conditions, the more job security that you will have than anything else. Nobody else is going to be able to fire you. No one is going to fire you, right? You're your boss. All right. Halfway through this list, and I think this list has been awesome so far. All right. All right. So you also, number 11, have the ability to control your tax planning. And so there are tax deductions, but you can have much greater control over when and how you pay taxes themselves, right? So with implementing different types of tax strategies, you could obviously overall reduce your tax burden, right? It's very important to be proactive with your tax strategies. What does that mean? Well, let's say that you have 1099 income and you just work during a year. Let's say you drive with Uber. You drive with Uber and like Postmates, Postmarks, I don't know what it's called, and like DoorDash and like that. That's a 1099 income, right? Let's just say you do that during a year or whatever. At the end of the year, you try and figure out, okay, what's my tax liability, right? And then you file your taxes. Or let's say you go to an accountant or a CPA or a tax professional, right? And they say, okay, well, here you go. This is all your deductions from the past year. You can do that, but that doesn't necessarily, that might save you, a few $1,000s in taxes. Maybe that's about it. But if you start at the beginning of the year and look at the future of that year and say, okay, what tax benefits are available to me and how do I implement that into my business for the year? You will dramatically save a lot more money and keep much more of it because you can actually plan your tax strategy for the year instead of being reactive and trying to reduce your taxes at the end of the year. Man, you can take advantage of so many different credits that are available to you and so many different things, right? Number 12, retirement planning. You get to build and plan, take control over your own retirement planning. And I know it's like traditionally, like I can only get a 401k with my employer. Okay, well, you can have your own retirement plans that are independent. You can have your own that a bit provides you so much more control and flexibility. Outside of that, your 401k, there's only you can only put in, I believe, off the top of my head, it's been a few weeks since I've talked about it. 30,000. I cannot remember off the top of my head. 401k contribution limits. They did just change. I think it's 23,000. Nope. 22. That's TSP. 23,000. Yep, $23,000 a year, which might sound like a good bit that you can save. $23,000 a year is not even $2,000 a month. And I'll be honest with you. If you want to have $80,000 a year in retirement, $80,000 a year in retirement, that means you need to start retirement with $2 million in your account. So that way you don't run out of money. Let's just say that you are 30 years old and you want to retire by the time you're 65. That's 35 years of saving money. That means every year you need to save $57,000 a year to reach your goal, so that way you can have $80,000 a year in retirement. You need to be saving $57,000 a year. And a 401k is going to allow you to put $23,000 in there. That's not even half. Meaning that you won't even have $1 million. Does it mean you won't be able to take out $40,000 a year in retirement? Actually, let's see. 23,000 times 35 years, $805,000 you'll have to start retirement if you maximally contribute, right? And if you're able to take out 4% per year without running out of money, that's $32,000 a year that you're able to take out in retirement. Is that a retirement that you can plan? No. And then also let's talk about inflation and taxes, right? Because if you're $32,000 a year, you're probably going to also be taxed at 12%, 22%, depending on your tax status. And so you're probably honestly going to end up with $26,000, $27,000 a year for your retirement. So 401ks, not to say that they're not the way to go. And I want to tell you right now, also, they're not the best. They're not the best option at all. You need to have your own independent control of your own retirement plans. All right. And so because having 1099 income, you can definitely go. I mean, whether you have a 1099 income or regular wage or salary employment, you need to have your own retirement plan altogether. And don't worry, we can sit down, we can chat, we have conversations, and I can explain to you some different options and help you build up different retirement planning for yourself. So that way you have a plan that matches your goals for your current financial circumstances and for the future. Number 3, you can get number 13, you can get much better health insurance benefits and tailored coverage. Once again, because traditional employment often provides health insurance benefits, typically you just go with that. But as an independent contractor, you can pick your own health insurance plan, your own health insurance benefits, your own coverage that aligns with, again, what you need based on your specific health itself, right? And because typically they just offer, you just say, well, okay, that's fine. I'll just go with whatever the work offers. That might not even be necessary for you in your family. And so because of that, when you have 1099 income, you are forced to see that there are much more options out there for you to have your own independent and private coverage. So one that matches your budget, your specific needs, which is extremely important to be able to have that. And once again, even if you are traditionally employed, you should also still have your own independent coverage. Why? Because if you lose your job, like all those people from Tesla last week, now you don't have your health insurance or your life insurance or your retirement plan anymore with them, right? So it's very important. Now, if you do lose your job, right, like with your retirement plan, talk to someone to be able to take that money and roll it over to other accounts, so that way you can plan your retirement. The cool thing is you can roll over your money from your old employment to your own private, and now so I can help you out with the retirement planning there. Number 14, remote work. You can do remote work if you like to, right? Which remote work can be from home or from anywhere. I mean, there's people that I know that cruise, and all they do is they just on cruises like all year, not like those 7 to 8 day cruises. I'm talking about like a year-long transatlantic cruise, and they work from there. They work virtually, especially in today's age. You can do so much stuff virtually. I love it. Right. And so that's obviously like a huge, big thing, is that like you can work from home, work from like a co-working building, or work from a beach resort. Like you can be able to do that while you're also like bringing in your income. Number 15, you can do and have your own personal branding, which I really love. I really appreciate, right? You have the opportunity to really build your own looks, designs, your own value proposition, right? What makes you different? You can establish yourself as an authority in whatever field you're in, right? Which it enhances your professional reputation, but it also attracts other potential clients and potential business partners as well. So personal branding is huge because you can have your own 1099 income for whatever business you have. Number 16, you have creative freedom. I talked about how you can be able to participate and like explore different types of opportunities. But when it comes to your own creative freedom, you have the ability to be able to put your passion into whatever it is and creatively structure your business however you like, right? You don't have the constraints of like, I don't know, corporate structures or corporate guidelines. You can actually make your business look the way you want your business to look. And that's awesome, right? Number 17, I think you also just get a competitive advantage because you have 1099 income and you are self-employed. You can differentiate yourself from regular employees, right? You can be able to do and offer so much more things. It's like you can be an employee in a retail store at Route 21, or you can be a homemade self-employed business owner who makes clothes from your own specialized skill, and you sell it yourself. You oftentimes have a different perspective of the way like clothes should look and clothes should be made and things like that, which ultimately increases the demand for your services. And once again, you'll beat out those traditional employees and make much more money. Number 18, we're coming up on the last few that I listed up here. All right, so you have the ability to invest in your personal development. I talked about it earlier, where you can be able to write off your personal development, but you also can take and attend different workshops for people that are designed for people with 1099 income. Learn much more, take different courses, pursue different certifications, stay up to date on all these different certifications and skills and all the stuff. It's so cool because when you commit to that lifelong learning, it makes you much more valuable to clients, which also allows you to personally grow and also allows your income to grow as well. All right. Number 19, we already talked about time management, but in this time, you're able to show and have the self-discipline to be able to contribute to your own deadlines, your own priorities, especially when it comes to work, right? I talked a lot about time management and benefiting your personal life, but time management and your own things that you care about, right? But you get the chance to like sharpen up those time management skills. I talk about it all the time with people where I say, hey, you have all these hours in a week. How are you spending those hours? Every hour should be accounted for. And if you can account for every single hour in your week, you're going to be so much better off. And you're going to have built up so much skills, and there's so much that you get the chance to have because you simply allocated every minute, every second of the week to something, and you were very intentional about it. And last but not least, you get work satisfaction, right? One of the most, I think, probably rewarding aspects of having 1099 income as well is this, that you have the potential to consistently increase your work satisfaction. Right, you have the ability to be able to choose different projects, do certain different little things. Like for instance, me, I obviously have my financial firm where we do finance and wealth management, right? And I've built us up. I've built up the team. I've built up the business. And the really cool part is, how do I want my business to look? I want my business to look like we're helping everyone, anybody, that regardless whatever amount of income that they have, regardless their net worth, regardless the assets, the things that they have, regardless their background, they can get helped. And so I can be able to provide financial education, entrepreneurship education here on YouTube, here in a podcast format, which I love. It gives me a lot of purpose and fulfillment to be able to help and provide free education to families in whatever way, shape, or form, free strategies to families. So you get the most work satisfaction out of having 1099 income because you picked it. You picked it and nobody's forcing you to stay there. Those are 20 reasons why, or benefits to having 1099 income. You get freedom, flexibility, financial growth. I mean, just so much more than just a regular traditional employee. Right? And if you are looking for 1099 income that allows you to be able to maintain your full-time job while building that supplemental income on the side, let me know. Reach out to me. Comment down in the comment section, or my contact information is in the description of the YouTube video, podcast, or on Spotify, whichever. Reach out to me and we can talk about some different types of opportunities there, which I would love to have those conversations with some of you guys. But also, I was just very happy to be able to explain some of the benefits and advantages to being your own boss with 1099 income. Yes, it was very good. That was awesome. All right, so I want to talk about some frequently asked questions as well with 1099 income. So that way you guys have more clarity on what 1099 income is. So you're just not like, Charmy, you talk about 1099 income, but how is it different than my regular W-2 that I get, right? Well, it is very different than a regular W-2. So first off, what is 1099 income? It refers to the money that you earn that's not subject to federal income tax by the payer. So because of that, it encompasses income from your own self-employment, from freelancing, being an independent contractor. And so when you receive this type of income, you are responsible for paying your own taxes through estimated tax payments throughout the year. Or it's just at the beginning of the year, you just pay all the taxes. It's up to you, right? Or once again, like I said before, you have those tax deductions, which ultimately you could potentially get down to a 0% tax bracket because of 1099 income. 1099 income can get you to a 0% tax bracket, which is huge, meaning that you're not getting taxed at all on any of your income. So you get to keep every dollar that you earn. Every dollar that you earn, you get to keep. Now, obviously, that takes being with someone who's advanced in tax-free 1099 income planning. Once again, reach out if you would like some assistance. In the comment section, you can book a free consultation, obviously, and we can work together with that, and I can be able to show you some of those things. All right, next, who should receive a 1099 income form? So if you are a freelancer, if you are an independent contractor, you're self-employed in any way, shape, or form, and you receive at least $600 during the tax year from a client, from a company, from let's say that you're a freelancer or an independent contractor for someone else who's 1099 income, right? For instance, I hire my own like operations assistant, right? She's going to receive a 1099 income from me. And if she has made, which she's definitely made over $600 during the tax year, she'll get a 1099 from me. And it's going to be a 1099 non-employee compensation form. Form 1099 NEC is what I believe. Yep. And that's going to be from the client, the company, or whatever it is that paid you that amount. How do you report it? It's really simple. Whenever you go to the reporting software, you're going to actually put in that 1099 NEC. You're going to see where it says like Schedule C, Form 1040. That pertains to profit or loss for business activities. And so that schedule or that form where you put that 1099 income information in, that's going to also allow you to deduct all of those different business expenses that I talked about that are eligible, which again is going to be able to help you reduce your taxable income. So that is really big. Super easy to see, super easy to identify when you have 1099 income, because whatever types of preparation software that you're using is going to walk you straight through all of it. And it's going to ask you, do you have business income? You do. Then you're going to pull out your 1099 and you're going to put all the information down. Then you're going to go through all the tax maximization deductions, or tax deduction maximization maximizers, or whatever the case is. All right. Now, what happens if you don't get a 1099 form? You still have to report all the income that you earn, even if you didn't get a form from your clients. Right now, with that, you want to keep some really good detailed records of your income throughout the year, though. So make sure to make sure that you accurately report it to the IRS. Trust me on that one. Make sure you keep detailed records of your income, your expenses, especially if you don't get 1099 forms. Because some clients, they won't. Some clients of yours, let's say that a client of yours is a company that's a new startup that might not understand how to write it, or you still got to report your 1099 income. All right. Can I deduct so many expenses from my 1099 income that I get to a 0% tax bracket? Very much yes. Yes. What is the 0% tax bracket? Well, if you're in a 10% tax bracket, that means that of your taxable income, you're going to get taxed 10%. If your taxable income was $50,000, your tax liability is $5,000 for the year. 0% means that your tax liability is $0. All right. But you can deduct expenses to your 1099 income, like, office supplies, travel expenses, vehicle expenses, home office costs, anything. And you put that on that Schedule C of your tax return. Yep. Schedule C. Question, or excuse me, what if I made a mistake, or the payer made a mistake on my 1099 income? How can you have it, or my 1099 form? How can you have it corrected? You can actually go back and have them fix it up, very similar to a W-2 as well, right? It can be corrected. It needs to be correct whenever you're reporting it to the IRS, all right? It has to be correct. So it is very crucial to contact the payer immediately, so that way they can fix it. So that way you're not getting penalized or getting audited and things like that. Last big question. Is 1099 income subject to self-employment tax? Yes. So your income is directly subject to self-employment tax, which covers your obligation for like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security taxes. All right. Now that tax is calculated off the top of my head. Schedule X SE. And you can also deduct half of your self-employment tax as an adjustment to income in certain different little pieces. So self-employment tax, what is that? So with your company, so when you're working as a W-2 employee, you pay about 7.8% taxes to Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. All right. Your company, or whatever company you work for, the payer, they pay the other 7.8%. So there's a total of 15.6% taxes being paid to Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. But it's just the obligation split between you and your employer. When you are self-employed, there's nobody else that's going to pay that. There's no company that's going to pay that for you, right? So you have to pay that entire 15.6% when you're self-employed. So that's where you can deduct half of your self-employment tax as an adjustment to income. And if you are also reducing your taxes, you get to, or excuse me, deducting your taxable income because of qualified eligible deductions and expenses, you can significantly reduce that. So there's some really great strategies out there to make sure that, once again, you're keeping as much money as you've earned. So it's a good bit about taxes, a good bit about 1099 as well. Excuse me, that's what it is. A lot of good information about 1099 income, benefits to it, and different questions of what it actually is, and some different strategies there. But obviously, this is very general stuff. I get much more in depth with it based on what it is that you are doing for your own business or what you would like to do, right? And it just very much truly depends on what it is that you want to do with with that income, right? Or what it is, why you want to have that supplemental income. So once again, I encourage you guys to comment down below. Do you have 1099 income? Have you thought about being a self-employed business owner? What kind of things would you like to do? What would be some passion projects that you like to do if you did have 1099 income? And then also, if you had the flexibility of time freedom, financial freedom, what things would you do? How would your life be changed? I'd love to know all that in the comment section down below. Once again, I thank you guys for all of the support this week on the podcast, on the videos that we've uploaded. It's been really massive just seeing like the subscriptions and the views and things like that. So it has been awesome. I definitely appreciate you guys being here with me this morning, every single morning. So you guys go have an amazing weekend. I will see you guys on Monday once again with some good accountability to get the week started. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys. Hasta man Monday. Hasta man Monday.
And destructive of all human diseases. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can aid you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself, of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? You got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back?
It's not what they say about you that matters. It is what you say about you that threatens your destiny. You will never be defeated by what they say about you. You will be defeated by what you say about you.
What would your life be like if you decided not to care what people thought of you? What would your life be like if you decided to give up some of your fears? What would your life be like if you decided to become courageous?
If you do the work consistently, if you invest in yourself consistently, 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. 2 + 2 is going to equal 4. And 10 years of motherfucking work is going to pay off. You can do this.
You've got to remind yourself, I know I got what it takes to do this. And it's necessary that you go at it with everything in you, pulling deep down within, challenging yourself.
I'm better. I'm better than I was when I went down. It was good for me that I've been afflicted. I'm better for it. I didn't like it, but I'm better for it. I couldn't see down there, but I'm better for it. See, I was planted in a dark place, but I'm better for it. Every time you go through something dark and you can't see your way out, remember you've been planted, not been buried. I'm not buried in this mess. I'm planted in it. I'm planted in it. And if I'm planted in it, expect me to come back up again.
Imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential, the ghost of the ideas you never acted on, and they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say, and now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes?